Morning, guys. I'm hoping that everything's fine because it's been cut. The camera keeps cutting out on me. So I'm just going to do a quick live with you. Still talking about it's been 1 year since I started this diet. Take a look at me. I've done exercise today. So remember, if you're new to my channel, I'm 56 years old and I'm 57 on the 10th of July. Now, even though I boast about it myself, I definitely do not think I look my age. I do not think I look about to turn 57, and I'm basically rushing towards being 60 years old. So I wanted to talk about the carnivore diet. A lot of you that know my channel know my story, that I just had put on 2 weight. I had a giant belly, my face had got all fat, I had pre-diabetes, I had a very bad case of ulcerative colitis. But the reason I did the carnivore diet is because I found it on YouTube, listening to people like Dr. Ken Berry, and I chose the carnivore diet because I wanted to lose weight. That was the number one thing. I wasn't thinking about my health, really, not really. I wanted to lose weight. I wanted to feel slim, look slimmer when I looked in the mirror. I didn't like what I was looking at when I looked in the mirror. I felt not just that I looked old, I felt, oh, you can't see it. So we're going to get, oh, there's a bit of an angle there. I just felt, there we go. That was only a year ago. I felt that I was ugly. I had become an ugly person. And I have never felt ugly, ever. And I was so embarrassed to walk around with my belly that I would wear lots of layers of T-shirts and baggy shirts, baggy things, or a big coat to hide my belly. When I would walk around, I would hold my stomach in, yeah? Because I was embarrassed of it. So if I could be anywhere, it really could be in the shops, in the supermarket, walking down the street. It could be visitors visiting my wife, who is slim and beautiful. They would come in and I would sort of think, because my wife is so young looking and so beautiful, and then she's with me and I was overweight and my face got all fat. I was walking around with this big belly. I just felt a bit silly that I had this beautiful wife and I felt ugly. And I did have this thing that, it doesn't matter, Louis, you're nearly 60. You're going to die in your 60s anyway, which is ridiculous. So I come across the carnivore diet. I say, right, let's give it a go. It's saying fatty meat and eggs is really good for you, and that every goodness that you could ever need in your body, nutrition-wise, was in fatty meat, especially red meat and lamb, and minced meat, like minced beef. And I had the usual warning things. Yeah, Tina, you're going to have to turn that down, please. I had the usual, sorry, my kids behind me. I had the usual warnings. I put my little neon light on. YouTube have been awarding me for my channel doing well. But I had the usual warnings, and that is, cholesterol is going to kill me. If I eat meat and eggs, cholesterol will give me a heart attack, a stroke. And I would be honest with you, when I first started just eating meat and eggs, I was only drinking water, I was using a lot of salt, I was cooking in butter. I was like, you're going to die of a heart attack. What are you doing? When I was eating the meat and all the fat that was on it, and I was eating the fat, I was like, what am I doing? Isn't this a bit sickly? Why am I doing this? Am I going to die 6 months down the road because I'm trying this diet? And I'll be honest with you, it made me do my research. It made me go onto YouTube and onto Google and start really trying to understand cholesterol. And this is where things got better for me. Because it because I was worried about having a heart attack because of cholesterol and the lie that we're all told about cholesterol. Because I'm telling you now, guys, cholesterol is very good for you. There is no harm in eating fatty meat, none. All eggs, none. All salt, no harm at all. It's very good for you. But it made me do my research. And I found these doctors, Dr. Ken Berry, Dr. Sean Baker, Dr. Anthony Shaffe, and many others. And then I discovered all the success stories of people that have tried the carnivore diet. Many are also doing keto, which is quite similar. There's a bit of low carbs and some nuts and things like that in keto. But it's the same idea. You're trying to give your body what it truly wanted a million years ago. You're trying to give it the meats, the fatty meats, the eggs, the salt, etc., and just drinking water. Your body is yearning for the correct foods that it ancestrally has been having for millions of years. And when it gets the right food, it works properly. It works at its optimum. You will lose the weight quick, but you will also get your health back very quick. You will reverse your pre-diabetes, your type 2 diabetes. You will stop feeling constantly hungry all the time, which is the problem with the normal balanced diet, is that the sugars in this so-called balanced diet, like in cereals and in fruits and in many of the carbs, are just keeping you feeling hungry all the time, which is why you're snacking all the time, because your body isn't getting what it wants. Now, when you give your body the fatty meat and the eggs and the so on, it feels satiated, it feels fuller, so you get much less hungry. The need to eat reduces. You only really need to eat twice a day, even once a day. I always have a 16 to 18 hour fast between my meals, which is not hard because most of the time you're doing it when you're asleep. So I could see that my skin was getting smoother, my face was getting thinner, my tummy had flattened out, and I noticed that my muscles were becoming more defined, yeah? And I wasn't doing more exercise because I only exercise 3 times a week for 35 minutes, and I do 3 runs a week, and the runs are only 20-minute runs. So I'm not an excessive exerciser. Now, I tell you now, I used to do a lot of running. I would run 5, 10K a day. And I tell you now, I did not lose weight. I still had a belly. When I look at my old videos of me running a couple of years ago, I had a big belly when I was running. So running isn't going to get rid of your belly unless you're doing marathons. Yeah. So as I got into the diet, I've realized this diet works. Everything I could have ever dreamed of worked. My immune system was boosted. My body was smiling at me. I was waking up with massive energy all day, every day, waking up excited to be alive. And I would say, if someone asked me what was the best benefit of being on the carnivore diet, it was the energy coming back. Not losing my ulcerative colitis, not reversing my pre-diabetes, but it was feeling young again. I couldn't believe it. I now, at 57 in 2 weeks, feel 20. I would say I feel 18. Now, I never thought I'd ever get that feeling back. It almost brings me to tears when I think about it, because I remember how I felt when I was 17, 18. They were very special years in my life. And I never thought I would ever feel that way again. And the carnivore diet, or keto, has given me back that feeling. And I don't even understand why. I don't know. Somehow it affects the brain. I know that your brain, I think, is made from 70% fat. Is that correct? And for whatever reason it is, your body being given the nutrition that it craves for and the minerals and vitamins and fatty acids, it defaults back to how it used to feel. Your body goes back to default, almost resets itself, rejuvenates itself, repairs everything, and not just repairs everything, renews everything. And I just think this diet is a miracle, and I highly recommend it. And even yesterday, my wife's friend phoned her up and said, "Oh, I've heard about your husband's diet and how it's reversed his pre-diabetes. Well, my doctor's just told me that I'm pre-diabetes and I'm close to being type 2 diabetic. What do I do?" And as soon as I speak to my wife and ask her how her friend eats, what do I always hear? Lots of cereal, lots of bread, lots of pasta, lots of rice, lots of potato, sweets, chocolates, cakes, donuts. And I'm like, well, there's your problem. Yeah. That woman, my wife's friend, who's I think 44, yeah, can fix her life by just getting rid of the sugars, the pastas, the rice, the potatoes, the cakes, the donuts, the chocolates, the fizzy drinks, the alcohol, all the breads. Breads are so bad for you, yeah? We are so tricked into thinking that brown bread is good for you. It is not good for you. We are tricked into thinking that cereals are good for you. They are not. We think margarine is okay. It is not. Vegetable oils, no. So just because it's called vegetable oil doesn't make it good. It's very bad for you. Yeah. So you have to get rid of all of the foods that you know already are bad for you. The one that I find hard to convince people about is making them realize they don't need to have breakfast. Making people realize they don't need to snack. You do not need to snack, guys, to keep your energy levels up. It's rubbish. My energy levels, and I only eat twice a day. I have eggs and bacon at lunchtime, and I have steak and ribs and eggs at nighttime. 2 meals a day with a 17 to 18 hour fast. That's all you need, and you are full of energy. Full. I'm talking like you have so much energy. You are bursting, and you can't wait to get out of bed and get on with your day. And every day is exciting. I don't even know why. I can't explain to you why I feel this way. And you're totally clear-headed. When you wake up, there is no brain fog. There is no tired, fed up feeling. The tired, fed up feeling I used to get, and anxiety for overthinking, once the carnivore diet kicked in, which only took a week, really, maybe less. I can't remember how it feels to be fed up and unhappy. Yeah, because I was a bit unhappy. Yeah, and I just don't remember that feeling of not loving life, not looking forward to the day. I now have this feeling of exhilaration that comes to me every day. Every day, guys. It's been a year. Yeah, and you got the doubters. You got the people that, oh, what's he doing? Why is he eating lots of meat? Why is he eating loads of eggs? Why is he eating a lot of fat? That's yuck. Why would anyone want to eat the fat in their bacon, the fat on their steak? You're supposed to cut it off. No, guys. Keep the fat. The fat is so good for you. So good for you. Pour the fat onto your meat whilst you're cooking it. Pour the fat. I'm talking about animal fats here, yeah? Pour the fat. Eat the skin on your chicken. Eat the rind on your bacon and on your pork chops, yeah? It's so good for you. So good for you. Sprinkle it in a bit of salt. And I have certain things that have made that when I get a little bit tiresome of eating certain foods, I'll have a bit of chili sauce, or I'll have a bit of mayonnaise. Luckily, I don't crave vegetables. I do sometimes crave fruit. So every now and then, I'll have an apple. I'll have a few grapes. I'll have some strawberries. It's okay, as long as you're not binging on them and it's a very small amount. As long as I would say 95% of what you eat is meat, eggs, fatty meat, eggs. You can make a lovely omelette. You can make, I like prawns. I like salmon. I definitely like fish. And all the tinned fish that you can buy, which is really cheap, really good for you. So, guys, it works. This diet works. That's all I can say. And my day is very simple. I wake up, I make a butter coffee. I find that helps my hunger. Then I will wait until around 1:30 p.m. I'll have 4 slices of bacon, 3 eggs, all smothered in bacon fat, and sometimes I add a bit of butter. I only drink water, or I will have a tea. I know that you're not really supposed to have milk. I never have sugar. I never snack. All these lightweight snacks are a gimmick. They're not good for you. Anything that says low fat, lightweight, fat free, low calorie, it's all crap. Do not eat it. It's all processed rubbish. Stay away from ultra processed food. Anything in a box, in a tin, do not eat it. It's all rubbish. Yeah. And then I'll have nothing between 1:30 and 6:30. And remember, I'm not hungry at all because my body has been satiated and made to feel full by the meat and the eggs and the fat in my body. And it keeps me full. I don't feel hungry at all. So the point is, guys, then after that, hello, good morning. After that, I sometimes will have some strawberries or some peanuts, but not that often. And I won't eat again then. That's it. And I will not eat from around 6:37 until the next day at 1:30. You add up the hours. Most of my fast is done while I'm asleep. So it's not actually that hard to fast. And fasting is very, very good for you. You look that up, guys. So the goal for you guys is to become fat adapted. Look that up. Become fat adapted. Get your body used to living off the fats in your body, not living off the sugar that you're constantly giving it. And the damage that is being done to you when you eat too much sugar, too much bread, too much pasta, too much rice, too much potato, very starchy carbs. The damage you're doing to yourself is serious. You are seriously shortening your life by at least 10 to 15 years. Do you really want to die 15 years sooner than you should? And you will extend your life. If you go on a carnivore diet or a keto diet, you will extend your life. You will definitely live 10 or 20 years longer. And you won't live as this out of shape, unwell person. You will live as a fit, healthy, happy person on carnivore diet. I call it the carnivore glow. When you're on the carnivore diet, you have a glow about you. And I hope you can see that now when I'm doing this video with you guys. I have a glow about me. And I never had this glow, guys. A year ago, I didn't have a glow. I wouldn't look at a camera. I didn't like taking pictures of myself. That's where I was with it. I do recommend that you do your research. I think it's important to understand why the carnivore diet works. So do your research. Understand keto. Do your research. I also recommend that you learn to do different mix variations of how you cook your food, so you don't get too bored of your food. But I will say this. I love a steak. I love pork chops. I love lamb ribs. I love chicken thighs. Yeah, all cooked in its fat with a small amount of seasoning is okay, guys. I use white pepper. I find that black pepper disagrees with me. I love salt. Salt isn't bad for you, by the way. Butter is not bad for you. Yeah. So you find your way to get through. You do have bad days every now and then. You go to a birthday party. You feel guilty if you don't have a small bit of cake with your kid on their birthday. Or like the other day, we went to the zoo. It was a beautiful sunny day, and I had an ice cream with my kids. I'll be honest with you, I didn't like it. I did not like that ice cream. But I just felt silly that I'm walking through the zoo with my small children and my wife on a beautiful sunny day, and they've all got an ice cream. And I thought, come on, you're going too far. And that was like the first ice cream I'd had for 6 months. I didn't like it. And the next day it affected how I went to the toilet. So you're going to get your bad days, guys. It doesn't matter. Just get back on the road. If you have a bad day, don't worry about it. Keep pushing forward. Get back on the train. Boom. Start filling yourself up with the fatty meat and eggs. If anything, the bad days motivate you to do better. I'm very lucky. I've had almost no bad days. For me, a bad day is having a bit of fruit. I like that. I like the fact that if I have fruit, I tell myself off. And so give this diet a go, guys, even if it's only for a week. And I'm telling you, you'll notice a difference. I think 3 days, I could tell there was something different. I felt different. 3 days, I knew. I have definitely had my blood test done, and I am not pre-diabetic anymore. And my ulcerative colitis that I had for over 10 years, where I was literally leaking and pooing myself, has gone. Gone. I was worried about leaving the house because I was going to the toilet 8 times a day. Imagine that. Now I go to the toilet every other day. I have no ulcerative colitis. I am on no medication at all now. Yeah. So I'm 57 years old. My aches have reduced massively. Now, do I have zero aches? No. I'll get aches. You know, maybe when I go to sleep in the middle of the night, I have some aches, but much less than I used to. Much less. I'm very agile. Right now, I could go and do a 5-mile run and it would hardly affect me. I can do a 5-mile run easily. And this is how giving your body the correct foods will transform your life. You will lose weight fast. Most of you will be thinking, I want to lose weight. A lot of you will be thinking, how can I reverse my illnesses? So arthritis, ulcerative colitis, IBS, IBD, brain fog, just all your joints aches. Carnivore diet will reverse so many illnesses. The list is this long. There's so many things that carnivore can fix. And it's not carnivore fixing it. It's you giving your body the correct food that it yearns for, but it's also cutting out the bad stuff, which you know what it is, guys. Come on. Sugar, pasta, rice, pizzas. You know what it is. Everyone knows the bad stuff. Donuts, cakes, chocolate, fizzy drinks, alcohol. We all know it, don't we? It's killing us. It is killing us. The balanced diet that we are recommended is wrong. Ignore it. Meat, eggs, fish, salt, water. That's it. And make sure with lots of fat. I'm going to go now, guys. Thanks a lot. It's been a year. I'm proud, loud and proud of my year, my success. I am proof that the carnivore diet works. And I'm still alive, guys. I haven't killed over with cholesterol damage and heart attack because cholesterol is your friend. Cholesterol is very good for you. Take care, guys. Hope you've enjoyed this. See you soon. I'll give you away.